Yeah, I don't see you either. Um, but if I do this, maybe you'll appear again. Nope. You can try clicking your camera. Hello, I'm host Eric,
Let's
host
see.
talking with famous people, and I don't know if we had a topic going into this one. We just talked about
I
S.
have a topic,
Oh, you do. What's your topic?
or maybe not a topic, but just kind of something to throw in there. I interviewed an ENTP yesterday. Nice,
Really?
good fun. Um, so, do you see any authority issues with an ENTP working for an ENTP? It's a he. Older than me. He's more experienced in the same industry.
He's older than you? That's a disaster.
I know. I'm not hiring him
But
Why?
on the other hand, he's probably the most well
because
qualified. Right?
I know it's a bummer because I'm not setting myself up for that sort of blackmail.
It wouldn't go like that. It wouldn't go down like blackmail. It would go
He'd
down
either
like
sow seeds of discontent,
that's possible
or
for sure.
yeah, but he'd probably have a contingent backup plan of blackmail just in case shit got real.
I don't think ENTPs can blackmail each other because they both have the same technique. Well, let's just put it all in front of everybody. Okay, okay. That's my technique anyway.
So the other thing that we do with candidates that we're looking at hiring is we give them a personality test that's not MBTI, and he bluffed that thing so hard. He got the exact opposite results of me. He was not assertive. He was not extroverted. He was very patient, and very detailed.
Uh huh. See, the fact that he faked it clumsily makes me think he may not be the highest quality ENTP.
Well, see, because we had a conversation about ENTPs because I called him out on it. Said, "You ever taken a personality test?" He goes, "Yeah." MBTI? Yeah. You're an ENTP? Yeah.
Like it's a crime, right? You don't want to be
But
accused of that for God's sake.
I think that he had me pegged and knew that we know each other's weaknesses.
Right. Our illusions
So here's
don't
here's,
work
here's how
well
it
on each other.
describes him. This is verbatim. This individual shows tolerance and prefers not to correct others. They tend to strive for accuracy with all tasks and are attentive to details. This individual prefers boundaries and regulations, will follow the established policies, and shies away from confrontation.
So
That's just the first. That's
did
the
you
first two paragraphs of the results of his personality profiling test that he absolutely lied on.
so but
Right.
did you additionally walk him through all this metacognitive shit, or did you just say you're just
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm not
I
gonna
just
bother?
said you're an NTP. He gave me that knowing look, like yeah, shit, and um, and we talked about how fun arguing is. We almost got into an argument about arguing, but he remembered where he was.
Right. And that won't last long. You won't remember that for more. In his interview, he almost forgot. He's a handful. I think
Yeah,
you're
it's
probably wise not to hire
it's not going to work out. It's too bad. I liked him.
him. Well, as far as employee employer relationships go, I currently only have one employee, and he is another ENTP. Well, actually, that's not true. I've got two. I've got Justin, who's an ENFP, but Justin is much more orderly and much more cooperative in general, much more pleasant, and less talkative than Felix as an ENFP.
This guy's talkative. Car salesman.
ENTPs tend to be more talkative. Not you're an exception to that a little bit, Taylor. But the problem with having a fellow ENTP is the thing is my basic operation is okay. I'm hiring you to come in today Mostly because on any given day, I could run the whole thing myself, right? Like, I don't have to bring him in. The main reason I bring him in is I want to be able to show up late, leave early, take breaks, go outside, smoke cigarettes when I feel like it. I need somebody there to be the person on thing. But he's an ENTP too. So what does he want to do? He wants to show up late, take breaks. Like I told him, I'm like, no, dude, that's why I have you here, so I can do that.
That's
And
very true.
yeah, so he gets the idea of it, but you can just feel him sort of like chafing under the not being able to leave as often as he wants. See, I want to leave wherever it is I am all the time, even even if I'm happy there. I don't necessarily want to leave home as the exception because I've got so many toys around me. But every place else, even if I'm having a good time, I think, wow, let's move away from this spot and go someplace else now. Yeah.
I
So
know the feeling. Yeah,
when I
and
had
plus, I don't. All the poor introverted women who work with me too could handle us both.
that's asking a lot. That's asking a lot. Although if you have the right group of people, maybe you could hire nothing but ENTPs, ISFJs, ESFJs, and INTPs, and then structure your team into quadrables. Possible.
This is my job, not your quadruple.
Oh, you mean you don't think it would work?
Uh, I think that there's a reason that I have a lot of introverted women.
Did you do the hiring, or did the company
I was
move
doing the
people?
interview.
Okay. I mean, does the company? Is there somebody else in the company that moves people around to put them with the right managers or something? No. You kind of structured it this way.
Mhm. I hire from my region.
Well, yeah, I don't have much of an opportunity to work with a lot of regular people in regular capacities. You know, the people I work with, they're all debate coaches too, so they're you know they show up to work
Like betta fish.
with the vape pen full of wax still in their pocket, you know, and you just gotta be like, dude, put that away. That's the kind of work environment I'm accustomed to. Even when I worked in schools, I just try to avoid any sort of administrators at all costs. Whatever I do, stay away from administrators because they might say something to you.
Administration and regulation.
I think that ENFJ is a tricky type to hire. Abraham's was a really good employer for me. He fucked up a bunch at the beginning of this year, uh, for reasons that has to do with his youth and failure to understand timetables and shit like that. But ENFJs, if they're going to be working effectively, they need to have a lot of opportunity to engage with other people in the workplace. So if you give an ENFJ a task like I was giving him a couple times stupidly, like go home, sit alone in front of your computer and finish this document that I need to finish, this memo, then they're going to take a long time to do that and they're going to not do a very good job necessarily. But if you have them
I think we'll
involved
have
with other
good luck with
people,
ISJs as employees.
ISJs, ISTJs are remarkably helpful and low key. You, one thing I like about Cameron, and he's worked for me in the past, is I need people who will put up with me yelling at them a little bit, and then when I say I'm sorry I yelled at you, that they'll understand that even though I yelled at you, said I'm sorry, immediately yelled at you again, said I'm sorry again, all four of those things are true, right? It's like I am sorry I yelled at you again, and I'm gonna yell at you again right now if you don't stop fucking doing that shit. It, it,
It's
it's
not
not
personal. It's just
reasonable,
anger.
right? It's not reasonable to expect other adults to put up with that, really. But certain
Uh,
types don't seem to mind that much, and they can tell that you earnestly do. I'm sorry I did that. Uh, I like that about ISTJ. Cameron took me yelling at him really smooth and in stride. That's an important skill. Do you ever have your women come to you and say, Taylor, Boss Taylor, you hurt my feelings yesterday?
Um, I'm more likely to get the Boss Taylor. I feel like you don't notice me. To which I say, I notice you, and I don't intervene because you're doing fine. If you were doing poorly, you'd know.
But listen, Boss
I
Taylor,
recognize that that is an inadequate answer.
listen, Boss Taylor, I'm a particularly realized ISFJ woman, and I want to explain something to you. Your job involves coddling us, not merely allowing us to do our job well, but to coddle us. Each of us needs a little ball cupping, as you would say. So I want you tomorrow to go over to each of our desks, give us a flower, and cup our balls gently, and then say, you're doing a really, really good job, and pat us on the back, okay? What if one of your employees were to say that to you? Would you be like, all right, fine, I'll go, I'll make bigger deal of you guys being a good job and shit like that? Would you do that, or would you just be like, no, fuck you?
In lieu of the ball cupping, I think I would take some like oatmeal cookies, or just something a little
All
less
right,
invasive.
replace ball cupping with oatmeal cookies. Now, Taylor, would you concede the point and go and try to coddle them, or would you just be like, hell no, that's just stupid?
No, I tend to say, okay, you're doing a really good job, and I'll try to be better at acknowledging it in the future, and then just be relieved when that emotional exchange is over.
Can everybody agree that everybody needs positive affirmation in one way or another?
Yeah, I mean, I think I recognize that that is a need for most people, and it's probably something I should work on.
I want to know if you're that unconvincing when you tell them.
No,
Are you good at faking it? Are you like, listen, Charlene,
I don't.
it has been such a rough week for me, but I want you to know you are a rock. You really,
Well, the thing is,
without you
I'm
here
the
in this
boss.
office, I don't
So
know
when
what I
I'm
would be able to do. I rely on you for your help. It's so, so appreciated. Do you do that shit?
He's
Or,
not going to sugarcoat it like that.
I'd be if I had to get to that level of ass of
Kissing.
just coddling, I'd delegate it to HR.
can you send me a senior delegator, a senior ball cupper, please? Ideally, someone who's completed all the training courses.
But I don't think anyone has who's that needy has ever worked for me long enough to feel comfortable coming to me with that concern at that extreme level.
But
Well, I've got a kind of mindset that if I have to deal with a customer on a retail job, I kind of snap into a thing where I'm a nice guy, and I do the same thing with people if I need to affirm something. I don't really want to half the time, but I kind of feel obligated to, and then I almost pretend that I really, really care when I care, but not so much.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, to a certain extent, it's
I know
something.
exactly what you're talking about. I just have never seen myself. I don't know how effective I am. I don't know if I pull it off and they leave satisfied, or I fail miserably and they leave because I'm done
with you.
talking.
I do think everybody needs affirmation. I think it's reasonable to expect in, I guess you'd call like group work settings, for other members of the group to attend to, acknowledge, or recognize when individuals in the group are, I guess, especially if they're fulfilling their duties above and beyond in some sense, or taking over some part of somebody else's responsibility or something like that.
But I think
But
that, I mean, you don't have to speculate about it. I believe that we're pretty attention needy as ENTPs.
oh yeah, for sure,
I agree with that.
absolutely. And I think that it's insanely healthy to receive it. Makes you change the way you are in lots of different ways to receive a lot of affirmation. I'm in this freaky weird position where I open the computer every morning and there's a red number by the bell, and 90% of it is affirmation directed at me, which is pretty weird. And you can it's a substantial metaphysical force, and so it's potentially very dangerous. I think if somebody young enough, too young, who hasn't experienced enough failure. I mean, if you've been swimming in failure for decades, then you probably have built up some decent immunity to thinking you're hot shit.
Now, if you want to go down that road, it kind of sounds like you're almost talking about a spoiled rich kid. Like he has so much positive affirmation, like, oh, you're great, just do whatever you want, you can do this, you can do that. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't. I mean, as a spoiled rich kid myself, I tend to favor that state of affairs. I think it's a good state of affairs to have. You'd like to be a spoiled rich kid, ideally, if you could be one. I am, and have
It
been
is
my
the
whole
ideal
life.
state of being for all people, I think.
Right. So,
Well,
but-
you're not a prick, Eric. I mean, I
thank you,
Well,
ENTP
in
Tim.
my
You're
view,
not a prick either.
guys are pricks. Well,
Right back at you,
okay,
buddy.
thanks.
Right back at you.
Yeah, we do.
But these guys, these
You're
kids,
not-
can get whatever they want. Their parents buy them their car. I feel like that these guys just they don't know how to handle defeat. They don't know how to be nice to people. I don't know.
Right, but I think
I feel like there's another component to it.
we don't. I mean, we don't respect that,
I don't.
and I don't think that we would respect it in ourselves if that was the case.
I agree with that.
I mean, no, look. The thing though is we can detach the douchiness from the spoiledness or the rich kiddiness. Those things are explanations as to why somebody's behaving badly. I think when we address our energies to why someone's behaving badly, we're not addressing our energies to how can we more shame the shit out of this person who's behaving badly, which is the only response that matters. I don't give a fuck why you're doing this bad thing. I'm here to yell at you about it. Right? That's I like that a lot better than you're bad because you're spoiled, you're bad because you're rich, you're bad because you're one of the 1%, you're bad because you're Republican, you're bad because you're Democrat, you're bad because you're a woman, you're bad because you're a leftist. You're not bad, but what you just did or what you just said is totally fucking stupid, and I'm gonna stand here and shame the shit out of you for it. That's the best way to do it because at least you're still affirming their identity. You say, now after I'm done shaming the shit out of you, we go right back to square one. The game's over, score 0-0. Two equal people. You might kick the shit out of me this time. Right? It's got to be like that.
It is good to separate the bad action from the bad person. I agree with you.
Well, if
Just
someone's
like
doing a
I know.
bad action, or if some people are just bad people, but most of them are just people.
Eric, you
Someone
just
does a bad action.
sounded like
Isn't your
Just,
bad? This is bad because you're bad because your views are bad because your opinions are bad because. Who cares? Who gives a shit about because? The bad,
Everybody's bad about something. Everybody's ignorant about
It's your
something.
opinion.
right? Yeah. I mean,
Fuck that in your opinion shit. I hate those words. I hate them so much. I try never to say it. Well, in my opinion, it's this. If I disagree with you, I should instead say, I affirm the following statement which negates your position. Now I'm being
It's a given,
honest, right? I'm being
Yeah.
honest. I hate that in my opinion shit. You don't have to. If I'm affirming a statement, I'm affirming a statement. It's neither opinion nor fact. It's a statement in dispute being affirmed by me and negated by you, and I'm here to prove that you're wrong and I'm right. That's very simple. That's a world we can all share and enjoy.
I enjoy it.
Me too. Therefore, everyone does.
It's now 0-0.
0-0. Thanks for time to finish, people. You had 0 points, but me too. I also have 0 points. So we're tied.